wonderful day to our dear viewers. Welcome to the edition of the Complete Sports Updates. Yes, and happy New Year. Yes, this is the first edition of the year on Complete Sports. As you all know that this is the show where we bring to you the latest and trendy stories in the world of sports. My name is Abiba Kuranga. Yes, all roads lead to Ivory Coast as it's set to host the 2023 African Cup of Nations. All eyes will be on the 24 teams as they seek to win the prestigious trophy at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium come February 11, 2024. Our first episode of the year will be solely dedicated to the prospect of Super Eagles winning the AFCON title for the fourth time after their success in the 1980, 1994 and 2013 edition. And this is the preview on Complete Sports Updates. Yes, on today's edition, I'm being joined by the one and only James Gberibi. Yes, and together we shall be taking you through the rounds as far as our preview on the Super Eagles is concerned. Yes, James, welcome to the show once more and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to our viewers.
Yes, perfect. So how has the year been so far? Because it seems the January seems to be slow. This time last year, we're already in March.
Well, it's always usual with January. It looks long, dry, and you just have to cope with it. And hopefully, all the plans that we have, we're able to utilize everything.
Yes,
and,
hopefully. So without any further ado, yes, in a few days' time, the African Cup of Nations will kickstart. I think January 13th, and
Yes.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria are already pumped up. We've seen the preparation so far. Playing two games in preparation for the African Cup of Nations. So with what Peseiro's men have been able to pull the 12-0 victory against the Dubai-based club, and also their 2-0 loss to Guinea on Monday. So how have you seen the preparation of the Super Eagles so far?
Well, for me, the preparations are well. Because of the time frame, everybody just have to make do with whatever preparation you can get. Because if you look at it, the AFCON of previous editions, teams used to have like more than 2 weeks training, tours, camping. But the way things are, because of the shortness of for preparations and all that, teams will just have to make do with whatever opportunity they have. We've seen teams just try and juggle some friendly games. The Super Eagles played against a Dubai-based team. They won 12-0. They now played against Guinea, a tougher opposition, and they lost. So we can't really say if those two friendly games are enough to know if the team is in the right frame of mind, in good shape to when hostilities begin. We don't know if that will be enough to give the fans enough confidence going into the tournament. So we just have to wait and keep our fingers crossed. The first game against Equatorial Guinea on Sunday 14th will give us an idea of what to expect as the competition rolls on.
Yes, as the competitions rolls on. So now, every team obviously have their weakness and also their strengths. And, coming to the strength of the Super Eagles of Nigeria now, where does the strength of this team lie? And to be honest, can they utilize this strength, going forward and go all the way to win the AFCON title this time around?
The thing about the Super Eagles is when you talk of one of the best attack force in Africa, they parade it. You have Victor Osimhen, you have Terry Murphy, you have Simon Chukwueze, Samuel Chukwueze. Unfortunately, Victor Boniface won't be in the team. Taiwo Awoniyi also will not be in the team because of injury. But they still have enough power. So the attacking third of the team is the main threat, for the Super Eagles. But you don't win tournaments solely just relying solely on your attack. You need a solid goalkeeper. Your defense must be solid too, and must also have solid midfield. I think the Super Eagles, as you also know, the goalkeeping aspect has been one issue. They had to draft in Stan Wabali from Chippa United. The two friendly games, Ozoa was in goal for the game against the Dubai-based club. Wabali was in goal against Guinea. So it's not left for the coach if he has seen enough to pick his number one. The defense is still questionable. The midfield is not too solid. So it's only the attack. But like they always say, attack win you games, while defense, a solid defense win you major tournaments. So that's another issue that we might face from the attack, solid, but especially from the defensive midfield area, go to the defense and the goalkeeping aspect. I think it's a big question mark on the Super Eagles.
So from your analysis, you're trying to put it out that the weakness of the Super Eagles outweigh the strength currently.
Exactly,
and
yes.
to be honest, if weakness outweighs the strength of a
yes,
side, the
problem.
weakness will
Exactly.
go and affect the team in the long run. So now this begs me to ask, because the future of Peseiro, and according to a story published exclusively by Complete Sports, which states that Peseiro will only keep his job if the Super Eagles wins the African Cup of Nations, according to a reliable source which spoke anonymously to Complete Sports on that basis. So do you think Peseiro, having read that kind of story, do you think it will bring that Jose Mourinho survival instinct and use that to propel Nigeria to win the African Cup of Nations?
I think one thing that has been how will I put it now? That has not really gone well with fans when it comes to Jose Peseiro is the performance of the team. You watch out that even some games that they end up winning, the performance is always not too fantastic.
Not too
so people are not really, they've not really bought into the man's way of coaching. So there are some teams that you lose, but once you play well, the fans will be appreciative of that. But in the case of this Super Eagles team, it's not just it. Their performance is questionable. So you begin to imagine what kind of a performance we're going to see when the competition proper starts. So for me, winning the AFCON, that's the tall order. He has been saying it that his target is to win the AFCON. Fine, well and good. But with what we've seen in the national team, with the kind of performance they've been putting out, I think that target might not be met. Because just look at the World Cup qualifier. I mean, played against Lesotho right here in Nigeria, couldn't beat them. Went away against Zimbabwe, drew. These are teams that in the past you expect Super Eagles to pick maximum points, but they are struggling right now. So let's see how things pan out. Maybe if they get to maybe the semi-final and they do well, their performance will improve and they get to the semi-final. They didn't eventually win, but the performance is encouraging. Maybe the the NFF might have a rethink. But if it's still this shabby and
bumpy
performance, I'm telling you, the NFF won't waste time before they kick him out.
Yes, so now this makes me ask this final question. How far do you see the Super Eagles, going into this tournament?
Well, joined by the group stage, they are in Group A with the host Cote d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea, and Guinea-Bissau. On paper, you expect the Super Eagles to qualify alongside the host, but football is unpredictable. But let's say how it is. They should be able to qualify from the group, but it now depends on the team they meet in the round of 16. Well, I want to see them get to the quarterfinals. From the quarterfinals it can happen. But I believe that they will come out from the group stage. But my fear for them is how will they be able to cope when they meet the same side? Because the last time they defeated any decent team was Egypt. That was in the 2021 edition. So ever since then, anytime they come up against a solid, well-drilled, organized team, it's either they lose or they draw. They only come out tops when they meet very weak side. And even the weak side that they came against in the World Cup qualifier, they couldn't do anything, So for me, I'm giving them a quarterfinal target. Anything beyond that, for me, we just count as a bonus.
Yes, we wish the Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, and the boys generally the very best as far as this African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast is concerned. So viewers, this is where we will be drawing the curtain as far as this edition is concerned. Thank you very much, James, for the insightful analysis. So viewers, this is where we say bye bye. Do take care of yourself and make sure you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye for now.